Hello world, this is Logic Codes and today we're gonna be doing conditions and if statements. Feel free to pause on the infographics to understand the basics better. So we're gonna start off with the if statement. You can pause to understand how it works. So this is where we're going to start running our code. Start by declaring our values a equals to 10 or another variable b equals to 20. Then after it, we're gonna start off our if statement with the lowercase if. Inside there we're gonna put the condition a is less than b. Now if that condition is true, then this block of code is going to run the system.out.println. If that condition is true, this thing has to be printed on the console. A is really less than b. So if it's really true, you'll get this. Now we are dealing with the if else statement. You can pause the infographic to understand the basics. So we're gonna start our code with the main method. Start by writing out the main method there. Inside there is string, then square brackets argument. Then you start running your code here. We're gonna declare our variables. Age equals to 18. You can choose whatever age that you want. Put in the if statement there with the if keyword in lower caps. Then our first condition is age must be less than or equal to 13. If that is true, this code will run. It must say system.out.println. If you are less than or equal to 13, then we're gonna tell you get in and play. But what happens if you're not that age? Then you're gonna introduce the else keyword in lower caps. That block of code will be executed if the condition is false. So we're gonna tell you that you older, you cannot get in. I'm gonna put there sorry. So that code is going to run because I'm about 13. We're gonna get you are older, you cannot get in. Now onto the third statement. Now you can pause the infographics to understand it also. We are going to start our code here by writing the main method. So we're gonna declare our variables. Eating time equals to, you can choose any time. I choose to 14. Now you start our if statement with the lower key caps. Now we say eating time. If eating time is less than 10, this code of block must be executed. So if eating time is less than 10, then you're gonna print prefix time. Now we are going to do another if statement. Then we're gonna do the else if statement. So if the first condition was not true, we're gonna do the second one. If the eating time is less than 18, this block of code will run. So if the eating time is less than 18, it must be lunchtime. So what if it is none of those? Then we're going to add another else. This means that if the two conditions were false, then this one will get executed. So we're going to write the supper time. Now we're done with that. Let's run our code. Now because our time is greater than 14 but less than 18, we're going to get lunchtime. But if we change our time to 19, we're going to get supper time. Now on to nested if statements. Please pause the video to understand. Now starting off our code with the public static void main. This is our main method. Now inside of there, gonna say string square brackets args. Then we're gonna start running our code. Then we declare our variables. Integer age equals to, you can put age in there. Then we're gonna do our variable boolean called pass. Then we're gonna start with the if statement. Inside of there, we're gonna put a condition. If our age is greater or equal to 18, then our second if statement is going to run. So inside that second if statement, if our pass is true, if you really passed, then it is going to print out, let me see, you are going to get a car. Yeah, something like, yeah, you're getting a car. Then you're gonna run our code. Then if that is true, then what happens if none of these things are true? Then we are going to add the else. So if you did not pass, then the system.out.println is going to print study harder. So what happens if your age is less than 18? Then we're gonna add another else. Gonna put that else over here. Then inside of that else, we're going to print out, let us say you are still young. And now we are going to change the age, put it at 17. Now we're going to get you're still young. We're gonna change also the past to false, going to tell us to study harder. And now we're gonna be talking about case 2 of nested if statements. We're gonna start off with our main method as usual. Put in our string square brackets, X. Then under it, we're gonna declare our variables. Integer a equals to 6. Then our second integer b equals to 12. Then after that, we're gonna do if statement inside of that if statement. We're gonna put 2 brackets. Gonna put the first condition saying a is less than b. Then we're gonna separate it by a logical operator and. Then we're gonna put the second condition saying b is greater than a. So if you read that infographic very well, then you know already this whole statement is true. Then if this whole statement is true, we're gonna execute this block of code saying that is true. So after that, if this whole thing is not true, then we are going to add an else block here. Under that, this block has to be executed if the above is not true. So we are going to say print that is not true. Simple as that. Now then, we are going to run our code and are going to get that is true. So let's change the condition here. Say a is greater than b. We know that is false, and we know that if one condition is false, that the whole if statement is false. Now onto the switch statement. Please pause to understand. Now we declared the variable day. We start by the keyword switch, then we put our variable in there. Then we start by saying case, and we put the colon. Then after that, we're gonna say system.out.println, which means if the case matches the day, there is going to print it is Monday, and it is boring. So after putting the system.out.println, let's put a break line so that it cannot continue any further after finding the case. After that, we're going to do the case 3. So if the case matches the day, it has to print it is Wednesday. Yeah, something along those lines. You wanna go out skating. Now after that, we're going to put in the break keyword. How are we going to do another case called case 5? You guys can choose any number that you like. Then we have system 5. The case 5 is where if it has found if it matches the integer, it is going to say it is Friday, you should go to freshers party. Now put in the break keyword. After that, we're going to have another case, which is case 7. If it has found case 7, then it has to print out something along the lines of it is a Sunday. Don't you want to go to church? Now at the end we're going to put a break, then after that we're gonna put a default keyword. This keyword means that if the switch doesn't find any case, then this is what you must print out. This is similar to the else keyword in the if-else statements. Then we're gonna tell it to print I do not know what day it is meant, something along those lines. So we're gonna run our code. Since our integer, our day is 5, then it's going to run and find the case 5. After finding the case 5, then it's going to print that block of code under case 5. If we change the day to case 3, it's going to run the code under case 3. We're going to say it's Wednesday on a God's day. We change the day to 5, it's going to choose case 5, which says it is Friday, you should go to the freshers party. Now that is it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to comment, like and subscribe for more videos.
Psycho Beats.